These are the top reasons why Californians want to own a home.
My name is Cesar Yanez, and you're watching The CY Show.
Hey everybody, it's Cesar Yanez. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to talk about the benefits that come with home ownership and anything from stability, home equity, the freedom to paint your front door purple if you'd like to. So I'm going to tackle them all down, so stay tuned. Alright, so I'm just going to go through a survey done by the California Association of Realtors. They surveyed a ton of people in California and asked them what the most important benefits of home ownership were for them. So I'm just going to tackle them one by one. So the first one, 43% of Californians believe that individual stability and security is the most important benefit with home ownership. And I agree with this one. This is an obvious one. Stability, security. People, once they own a home, they don't have to worry about a landlord kicking them out whenever they need to. They don't have to worry about upstairs neighbors, downstairs neighbors, noise complaints. They don't have to worry about the pets they have, having to pay rent for their pets, deposits. They don't have to worry about finding street parking, having a limited amount of parking spots. So this is a huge one. I mean, it's almost like putting a pros and cons list of owning a house versus renting. Individual stability, like I said, people when they own a home, they feel more stable, they feel more secure, they can start a family, settle down, and not worry about a landlord kicking them out. So that's the most important benefit for Californians. The second most important, at 18% of Californians believe that protecting themselves from rising rents is another huge benefit of homeownership. And again, I agree with this one. This is an obvious one. We all know that in California, renting prices are through the roof, especially in places like San Francisco, LA, San Diego, where you can find rents of, over $3,000 a month for a small 2-bedroom apartment. So I have a graph here to share with you guys, so take a look. This is the average monthly cost of owning and renting in the United States in 2018. And let's look at California. So the navy blue color bar, that means that's the average monthly cost of renting. And the lighter blue bar is the average cost of owning a home in California. So the average cost of owning a home, the average monthly cost of owning a home in California is $2,475 a month, and the average monthly cost of renting is $2,700 a month. So this is a $225 difference a month between owning versus renting. And again, I mean, that can mean a lot to a lot of people. $225 certainly for me would. And again, we're not taking into consideration all of these places that have huge demands and have huge renting prices like LA, San Diego, San Francisco, Silicon Valley. So, I mean, the spread could be larger, really. And this is from 2018, so it's a year old. I'm sure 2019 has a lot bigger spread. Now, the third most important benefit for homeownership for Californians is wealth accumulation at 17%. So, of course, real estate appreciates every year. People always need a place to live. So let's look at this graph I have here for you guys. These are the California appreciation rates. So I have here the latest quarter, the last 12 months, the last 2 years, the last 5 years, and the last 10 years. So let's go from the top. So the latest quarter, fourth quarter, I believe, I'm not sure which quarter this is taken from, but the rate was 0.94% appreciation, so almost 1%. In the last 12 months, the past year, appreciation in California went up 3.5%, almost 3.49. In the last 2 years, it went up 12%. In the last 5 years, it went up almost 40%. And in the last 10 years, it went up 61%. So this is huge. You got to look at appreciation in real estate as, it's pretty much a huge savings account, and it's making you money on your own because it appreciates. So like I said, real estate is always going to go up in value. People always need a place to live. They always need a roof over their head. So homes will only increase in value for decades and decades to go. Now, the fourth most important benefit of home ownership for Californians at 10% is leaving something to future generations. And again, this is a huge one for a lot of people. A lot of people never sell their house that they first bought, and a lot of people put it into their will, put it into their estate for it to be passed down to their kids, to their grandchildren. And this is huge. If you think about it, these people that are inheriting property, they don't have to worry about a huge down payment and a mortgage payment for 30 years. It's a ton of savings, passing down the property to future generations. It's pretty much people's most important and biggest purchase of their life. So think about it. If you got a home passed down to you, you don't have to worry about saving a huge amount for a down payment, and you don't have to worry about a monthly expense that's going to be your greatest expense for most likely for the next 30 years. So that's also huge. Now, the fifth most important benefit of owning a home for Californians at 6% is a better education opportunities for their kids. This one, it depends how you interpret it. 6% slow. So my interpretation of this is that, usually schools are in tight communities, so there's usually homes mainly surrounding the school and not a lot of apartment complexes. So maybe this is the reason behind it. Kids can stay longer at school because they can walk home and it'll be safe. So that's my way of thinking of it. So that's 6%. And the last one, also at 6%, is better health outcomes for their kids. So people think that's another benefit of owning a home. I don't know, maybe communities have close hospitals nearby, close medical centers. I'm not sure, so it depends how you interpret it, but that's the last greatest benefit of home ownership. So take them into consideration. These are huge ones, a lot to think about, especially in the appreciation rate, the stability, compared to the high rents in California. So I hope you like the content. Please stay tuned for more. I'll put out more videos soon, and thank you for watching. Now, if you want to know more about how to buy a home and home ownership, take a look at this video.